What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for the Vampire Diaries Season 5, Episode 15, Gone Girl. I'm your host, Dom, and with me I have my ventriloquist host, Mike.
Yeah, I'm a terrible ventriloquist. Um, I'm not even terrible. I'm not a ventriloquist. I can't even remotely pass off as one.
Yeah,
I mean, the best I can do is this. You can clearly see my listening still, and I sound like an idiot.
I won't argue there.
Thank you.
What did you think of this episode?
I want to say, yay, Catherine's dead. Finally, she's gone, but
There's just something not right about the whole thing.
There is something that's... Alright, so let's just start the episode off right with the topic everybody wants to talk about. What happened to Catherine?
At the end, yeah, we're going to start the episode with the end.
Yes.
She's standing there
she
in
died.
the church. Yeah,
She
she's
died.
dead.
They
Her
stabbed her.
spirit is standing there in the church with Bonnie. Bonnie's the anchor. They talk. They have this thing. She reveals that she dicked over Elena by injecting herself with the virus, knowing she was going to die. And now she's dead. And she's like, all right, send me. Doesn't work. Like, she touches Bonnie. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. What the hell is going on? Wind kicks up, doors blow open, all the candles blow out, and she gets dragged out of the church by an invisible force into the pitch blackness outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's getting dragged to hell or something. That's my first theory. She got dragged to hell, which
Okay.
means we're pretty much done with this. Yay, bitch rots in hell. But I don't think that's... As much as I'd like that to happen, I shot my first theory down 5 seconds after coming up with it.
Okay.
My second theory is that a powerful witchy spirit
Mm-hmm.
took Catherine's spirit to resurrect it. I just shot that theory down midway through it. It has something to do with that enormous amount of doppelganger blood the Travelers collected, I think.
That's my theory.
That's just came to mind.
That is my theory. So let's just recap real quick. This season started off with Silas as the big baddie. We move from Silas to Ketsia. They both die. Then we have Dr. Wes Maxfield. He's the big baddie. Catherine's kind of always been the baddie. Then, this episode, Wes dies. Catherine dies. Catherine's daughter, Nadia, dies. There's no one left to be the big baddie other than the Travelers. So, do you think the Travelers are going to be the remaining villains for the end of the season?
I think they're the only thing left, unless they introduce some new big bad guy next episode.
I don't see that.
I don't see it either.
They
'cause
need
it's
to
too
set
late
it up. They'll probably set up one in the finale
for next season.
for next season, but
Yeah, this is just... I mean, I gotta hand it to Dr. Maxfield. He lasted, I think, the longest out of any of these villains this season.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely lasted the longest. So, thumbs up to him.
Right.
I mean, okay, Catherine beat him. She's been around since season 1, but semantics. He lasted longest out of all of the new villains. And now he's dead. I wasn't expecting him to die this episode at all. Like, that was a shock.
I wasn't expecting anyone to die this episode. We had not one, not two, but 3 main characters' deaths.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't expecting it, but at the same time, I wasn't surprised by Nadia dying.
Right.
That was something that was in my head, like, all right, she may die, she may not. I'll be good with either way. But they figured out and solved, well, semi-solved the whole Catherine situation. Nadia's dead. Catherine's dead.
It's been
Wes is
5
dead.
season of Catherine.
5 seasons of Catherine, and they finally kill her off? No. I don't think so. She's a good character. And to be perfectly honest, I think Nina is going to get bored playing one singular character.
It's possible.
But like, oh my god, Damon catches up, rips his hand inside of Wes, lays him down on the table, and then starts cutting his eyelids and torturing him.
Right. What do you think Wes is gonna do now that Dr. Maxfield is dead? Not only Damon, but Elena, who has the. It almost seems like a different version of the virus. If
He said it was going to be more effective.
Yeah.
On his little tape recorder.
Right. So, because it's fused now with werewolf venom.
Mm.
So
It'll kill vampires even quicker.
Right. So, what are they going to do now that the only person that was left that did any kind of biological experiments with vampire blood is now dead? How do they plan to cure themselves?
I have no idea. He was he was the only guy we know of doing experiments with supernatural things.
He even told Damon he was the last of the Augustine.
Yeah.
There was no Augustine. He was acting on his own.
Right. So what the actual hell? Like, there'll be some way to save the day in the end, I'm sure of it. Unless, like season 6 is their final season and this is how they're, building up to the end with all these vampires dying.
The show's doing too well for them to end anytime soon.
Exactly. With the originals coming up, room for tie-ins.
And all of the characters, all the actors, I should say, love doing the show, and they're not going to stop anytime soon.
Right, exactly.
Even Nina and Ian, who broke up and may have a little awkward stuff going on around the scenes. Ian loves the show. He loves playing the character. He's not going to leave. If anybody out of the two were going to leave, it would be Nina. But she knows that if she was to leave, the show would not carry on without her. So I don't think she's going to put all these other people out of a job for
yeah, she's the main character.
I mean, for all we know, this is complete speculation too, but for all we know, her and Ian could be getting along completely. But I'm saying in that situation, if they had to, I don't think they would.
No, exactly. I agree. I don't know.
Damon and Tyler have some words. Damon tricked Tyler into that's how Damon got out of the cell in the first place, is he fed off of Tyler, got strong enough to rip the chains free and everything. But Tyler is like, where are you going to go? Damon mentioned possibly going to see how New Orleans was. He heard it was good this time of the year.
Well, yeah.
Do you think we're going to see Damon stop in New Orleans for the originals at all?
It wouldn't be... It would not be... I would not be upset, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It would be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I think he was just doing that with the whole fucking with Tyler thing. But still,
right.
How's New Orleans this time of year? Nice hint.
Right.
Very nice hint.
Right.
And then, and Catherine said what we all were thinking. Yeah, all I needed to do was ask Klaus, and you'd be alive to Nadia.
Right.
So.
Which would have sold her out. She wouldn't be alive to give it to Nadia.
Mm-hmm.
She would have died anyway, but so would have Elena. But at the time, Catherine didn't know she was going to be backed into a corner at the Salvador house anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We did get some backstory, though, of Nadia before she bit the dust. And we got to see her looking for Catherine. We got to see what she truly felt about Catherine before she met her. Mm-hmm. And we got to see exactly what happened over the summer with Matt, and how Nadia came into possession of Rebecca's earrings and Matt's ring in the first place. So,
yep,
that was it was kind of cool to see that go down before the character bit the dust. And then Matt carried off her body and said that she didn't deserve to just be buried in the woods. What do you think Matt's going to do with it?
I don't know what Matt's going to do with it.
It's not like you could bring a vampire to, like, the Mystic Falls Cemetery.
Just
be like, here, bury this. Like, or just start digging in the cemetery, and like you can't do that. So is he gonna bury it on the Salvatore grounds somewhere, or what
Like in the
is he
woods
gonna
out
do?
back or
Yeah.
something. I
He said she didn't deserve to be put in the woods. So is he gonna make like a grave on the Stefan and Damon's property for her? Like, what does he plan on doing with that?
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, we'll find out probably. He'll do something nice for her. I just sucks. I don't know. She died. That kind of sucks, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. I was reading some stuff now, and the writers are seem to be trying to put us in the position that Catherine is dead.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that they've kind of reached a point in this show where death means nothing, because you're just expecting somebody to die and come back because they brought characters back from the dead before. Also, you're kind of getting that vibe from the originals. But what if Catherine turns out to be dead, permanently dead?
Then, if she turns out to be permanently dead, then, like I said, Nina's gonna be bored.
Do you think we're going to see the resurrection of another doppelganger?
Maybe, or the revealing of another doppelganger.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
don't know. I don't
there's
think
4. We've known of 4 Elenas by now.
I don't think the Travelers are done with the Ketsia and Silas story. I think something with their blood has something to do with them coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
But if there's this other place, this other supernatural version of hell, and that's where Catherine went, how come Catherine is the first to go there?
The first that we know of to go there.
Yeah, but some of these other people that have died, right? Don't you think they deserve to be in there as well? Some of the evil vampires and stuff that they've slain.
Yeah, you're right. A bunch should be there.
Like the witches and stuff from the originals. It seems like up to this point, everybody who died, this is to Bonnie. She said this is the first time that this has ever happened. So
Right.
So not even just to us, but to Bonnie as well. So I don't know what this supernatural hell could mean, if it's going to be this
I
other
don't.
place.
Yeah, this is.
Do you think they're going to
it's getting me.
explore it? Like, do you think we're going to see what Catherine's going through if she is in hell? Do you think they're going to show us that, or do you think they're just going to sweep it under the rug?
I think they're gonna sweep this under the rug. I don't think she's in hell. I think her spirit just maybe got pulled back, and they either put her in a new body or they somehow magically created her body again.
Well, what happened to Catherine's body? I thought the Travelers had it.
Son of a bitch, I don't remember. If they do have it, then that's what they did. They sucked her spirit back and put it back in.
I thought Nadia took the body. Wasn't that the whole thing why Matt was in the safe and all that? Is she wanted Catherine's body? Remember when Nadia trapped Matt in the safe? That was the episode where Catherine was dying.
And she wanted, shit, I don't remember.
I don't remember what they did with Catherine's body.
They made mulch out of it. Who knows? Oh, yeah, looking it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try real quick. Everything is just talking about Catherine's body jump, and we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't exactly remember. I could have sworn that she was fighting for the body, but Catherine was still alive at that point, so I don't really know. I don't know. Anyway, next week, so maybe we'll get a little preview because I haven't actually read this yet. The episode is called While You Were Sleeping. Oh, real quick, what does this mean for, before I go into this, what does this mean for Elena and Damon? Because they're both in love. Like, Damon's still waiting for Elena because realizing that this was Catherine the whole time. Catherine that broke up with with Damon. It wasn't Elena. Elena's been possessed, so she doesn't even know that her and Damon supposedly broke up. So they're still kind of in love. Or should be in love, whatever. But they both want to eat each other.
Maybe because they both have this virus, they won't be attempting to eat each other. Maybe they're like a new subspecies of vampire now.
Could be.
And they'll, try to eat everybody else.
Do you think Michael was an Augustine vampire?
I thought about that because he fed off of vampire blood and it sustained him.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, didn't we see Elijah feed Klaus some of his blood?
Yep.
Or Rebecca? So maybe the originals can sustain off of blood.
Maybe.
Just blood.
Could be. I don't know. I was thinking maybe Michael ended up being, and that's why he was hunting Klaus and all that.
Well, maybe.
I don't know. It'd be interesting because it
would be interesting.
We've been getting some more backstory on Michael now in the originals, so I wouldn't say it's completely out of the question, but I don't think we have any concrete evidence either. Anyway, episode While You Were Sleeping. This will be episode 16. When Stefan tries to explain recent events to a very sick Elena, her first instinct is to call Damon. Last I knew, they were standing face to face.
Last I knew, too, yeah.
So, curious where Damon is. At the same time, Damon is trying to figure out how to make a disturbing confession to Elena. That's gotta be... Hair? Yeah, your hair's been all over the place. That's gotta be Aaron, I believe. Right, disturbing confession is Aaron. While going through Dr. West's files, Caroline discovers a frightening secret and is surprised when Enzo appears, claiming to have the solution everyone is searching for. So Caroline is trying to go through the files to find a way through the cure, but Enzo comes in and supposedly has an answer for the cure. That's what I'm guessing out of that, right? That makes sense. At Enzo's insistence, Caroline asks Stefan to meet her at a mysterious location where they are joined by a group of travelers, including Sloane, who reveals new information in the importance of doppelgangers. What kind of importance could doppelgangers possibly have in this universe?
Yeah, they've been catalysts for how many spells so far?
Right.
I mean, other than that, I honestly couldn't tell you.
Huh. That's going to put a new spin on this, because they were created by Silas, right?
Indirectly by Silas and Ketsia.
Right.
Well, Ketsia created the whole thing.
Right.
And it was nature created them to attempt to balance out the whole... Because, immortality was a sin against nature or whatever like that. Right. So that was the balance it came up with.
So,
now,
in this universe, though, the only doppelgangers we know of are the Silas and...
Silas,
I don't
Silas
remember.
and Amara.
Amara, yeah. Doppelganger group. Do you think there's other groups of doppelgangers as well?
I couldn't... It's not beyond reasoning at this point. I mean, it would be interesting if there were more.
Yeah.
Because, it's always... Elena, they've always been using Elena or the Elena doppelgangers for, these spells. Like, we need the blood of the doppelganger.
Right. So we have Elena, we have
stuff.
Stefan. But I'm wondering if there's doppelgangers out there, maybe not for any of our main cast members, but just other vampires or witches or anything like that.
It would make those spells easier to cast for sure, but I don't know. There probably are a few. The travelers would know about them.
So, I'm curious, are the doppelgangers related? Like that? I'm not sure. Like,
oh, their lineage.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They're just
not as far as we
somewhere?
can tell. Katerina Petrova, she was Bulgarian, which, fun fact, Nina Dobrev is Bulgarian.
Right.
Anyway, she was Bulgarian, And I mean, I guess if Elena went back and traced her family tree back, who knows where she'd wind up? I doubt it would be Bulgarian.
Right. So, but that would have to mean that either Catherine had some extended family somewhere that we don't know about, or that Nadia had a daughter that had, or a son or daughter had kids that had kids that had kids that had kids that
Mm-hmm.
eventually Elena. And since we know Elena didn't, but she was adopted. Was she? No, she wasn't adopted. Her father, John. John was her father. We
Hey,
don't
you
know
wanna-
if we don't know if she has any real siblings.
Right, exactly. You want to go with, family lineage? My uncle traced back our family tree. Apparently, me, on my mom's side of the family, I'm related to a guy who came over on the Mayflower.
That's pretty cool.
I never knew this, and I'm just like, he showed me the whole thing. I'm like, crazy bastard, holy shit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe the doppelgangers will find a way to keep producing. Otherwise, they may have. When Elena was turned into a vampire, they may have stopped there. I don't know because as far as we know. Well, no, I guess that's not true either. I was gonna say vampires can't reproduce, but Klaus did, but that's because of the werewolf side. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's interesting. But anyway, to continue on with this giant synopsis.
That's a big one.
During spring break, on a mostly deserted Whitmore campus, Elena runs into Luke, a student who seems to know her, though she has no memory of meeting him. Interesting. So must be somebody that Catherine pretended to know.
Maybe, yes.
So
I'm curious.
yes, recently dumped by his boyfriend.
So Luke's gay. Okay, we got that.
Luke proposes that he and Elena spend the break getting drunk together, but she sends him off on an urgent mission to find Bonnie and help the newbie witch live. So, yeah, so they're introducing a gay character into Vampire Diaries. Now we have one in the original, so I think it's kind of cool that they're adding that into this. I don't know, just gender equality there. It's
Hey.
nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Damon finally tells Elena the truth about his recent activities, and they come to a new agreement about their relationship. So do you think they broke up?
Maybe.
Oh. I love how definitive that was.
To come to an agreement about their relationship. I don't know. That doesn't sound like a breakup to me, but at the same time,
They could agree to stop seeing each other.
maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Brain boil at possibilities.
Could be.
Ow. Who knows?
Mike, where can the people find you?
Down below. On Twitter at THILLADREN, Thilladrin.
You can find me at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. See, I could do it too.
Do. For those wondering, I think I've gone over 100 episodes without explaining this. My mage's name from World of Warcraft. That's how a lot of people know me.
Oh.
Yeah, it just stuck. I've been going by it for 10 years, so you know what?
Cool. So you can find us on tvcaptive.com as well as on
Nice.
Facebook, YouTube, Gmail, G+, and Twitter at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows.
We do a lot of them.
Almost too many.
Yeah.
Almost.
Hey, when all of them were on a couple months, like in the middle of November, and we did what? Sunday. Okay, so let's say we did 2 Sunday, 4 Tuesday, a Wednesday, 2 Thursday. Didn't we have a Friday show at one point? No, we didn't. I don't think so. We do a lot.
Yes.
And now, as some have ended, some are ending, and
I think
oh boy.
I think we recorded a few times on Friday. When we had Doctor Who, we had some of the Christmas specials, and the specials were in real times and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Hey, you could look forward to movies we're doing. We're doing Winter Soldier when that comes out.
Yep, we'll be doing on the Avengers, Age of Ultron, various stuff
Yeah,
like that. We'll probably be
all
hitting
the Marvel movies.
probably be hitting the next Hobbit movie, and
Hell yes.
various things like that. You could probably expect this summer we'll probably have more movies than
Because
we
there'll
will
be less
TV shows. Yes. So look for some coverage on that as well. We may get down to some conventions for shows for TV shows and stuff. So we'll see. We'll be looking at possibly going to Comic-Con this October.
Oh, definitely. Cleo and Omi and I are definitely going to New York Comic Con. I've been meaning to go for years. Omi's never been to one, and Cleo goes every damn year with her brother. So,
Right. So yeah, that about does it. So until next week, see you guys later.
farewell.
I've never been to Comic-Con either.
Congratulations. Nor have I.
Yes. So I'll probably be
Yay.
going as well.
Awesome.